In my pursuit of the perfect water block, I realized, why do we need metal at all? Why can't we just pump water directly over the bare silicon? Makes sense to me. The plan is to take this hollow plastic water block, place it directly over the die, cover up any important bits with nail polish, and then pump water through it. That's it. So first, I have to figure out how to stop this from leaking. Not bad for my first attempt. I do have a more permanent idea that I'd like to try next. And don't worry about this 3060, it's already dead. I'm just using it to figure out the design before I try it on something with actual electricity. All right, it's been 15 minutes. Let's try it again. So the fittings are leaking a little bit, but I can put some epoxy on them too. So I'm gonna call that a success. So now we know how to keep the water inside, but I still don't know if it's gonna cool anything or blow everything up. So what I'm gonna do now is test it on a GTX 980 that I'm happy to sacrifice. And if it works on that without blowing anything up, I'll test it on a 2060 Super, and then we'll compare it against the stock cooling and an AIO. Stay tuned for the thrilling behind the scenes of watching epoxy dry. On second thoughts, I don't think I'll put it there. Before I power it on, I should probably make sure it doesn't leak first. I can't show you what just happened because I want to try and salvage this, but let's just say clear plastic was a mistake. Water just shot out of everywhere like a sieve. So I'm going to remove this one and replace it with a normal black PET G one, and hopefully nothing was damaged. All right, let's try that again. This was not a problem I expected to encounter. The water is actually permeating through the plastic. So I'm gonna have a play with some printer settings. Third time's a charm. I changed some settings, reprinted it, I've cleaned it up and reattached it. I'll leak test it once more, and I'm confident this time we give it some electricity. I do a lot of stupid shit in this room. This one has me a bit nervous. Well, holy shit, it works. I never actually tested this card stock before I did any of this because honestly, I wasn't sure if it would work, and this could have been the end of the video. Now that we know it can survive, before I make a mess of my 2060 Super, I'm going to test it stock, then with an AIO, then with one of these, and then we'll see just how well it works. I had planned on just drilling out this bracket to mount the AIO, but it's not even close to lining up, so clamp. Arctic sent over their new Bionics fans, so I thought this was a good time to check them out. They also sent over this, and I'm showing you because A, I think it was pretty nice of them, and B, they sent a second one for me to give away, so I'll put more on that in the description. I told you I'd never sell out. So it gets 70 degrees stock and 36 degrees with an AIO. Let's see if my plastic water block and a tube of epoxy can beat it. I knew it made sense, and if I knew anything about fluid dynamics, I probably could have made it even better. Eventually this water will heat up without a radiator, but I left it out on purpose because I didn't want an extra variable. I just wanted to know if pumping water directly over the die would actually work. Alright, let's see if it can game, and then we'll see how cold we can make it. It can handle heaven, it can handle Cyberpunk, but can it handle minus 28 degree coolant? That was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. So it works on a GPU. What about a CPU? I'm using a 7600K. Now, it's not a particularly hot CPU, but if it dies, I don't care. I thought I was nervous before, but there's a lot more that can go wrong here compared to the GPU. What's the worst that could happen? So I think chamber size here absolutely matters. The 980 had the largest chamber and it saw the lowest temperature. The 2060's chamber was smaller, and then the CPU chamber had to be tiny to fit within the mounting hardware. So I think if they all had larger chambers, they all would have done better. So this is definitely going to need a follow-up video. We know one thing for sure though, pumping water over the silicon absolutely works. And just a reminder, memberships do exist. The other members are probably getting a bit lonely, so if you are able to help out with this nonsense, I'd really appreciate it, and I know they'd appreciate the company.